Hey guys, it's Lunatic. Um, is my camera? Okay. I don't know if my camera's on or not. It shouldn't be. But if it is, cool. So I made the draft analysis for the PBA quite a while ago. Um, and I did have PBA battles. However, the league ended after week 4, or kind of 3. Like some battles week 3 didn't even happen. But I battled up to week 4. So, again, I've mentioned this with a different league. I'm just going to show the battles, but I'm going to do it differently this time. I'm just going to show all the replays. I only have 3 because 1 week my opponent didn't contact me. So, I got a forfeit win. But we're going to just kind of watch them together. I should have set this up, so switch sides. This is my side. I don't know why people don't do that. People are always like, I'm on the other side. No, just switch it. So I lead with the top of Lulu. And his Cloister Shell Smashes. I just would hammer turn 1. He has Sash, which I was scared of. I knew that Shell Smash Cloister could be a problem. He has Icicle Spears. And kills my top of Lulu. Which, sad. But then I could just go into Manny. And Manny can take that Icicle Spear. He didn't have a water move or something. I just go for the Earthquake and he dies. He goes into Ferrothorn. I swap out into Crobat. That Gyro Ball did a lot of damage. I remember calculating that, and that damage, no matter how I did it, never made sense. So I never figured out why that did so much. He goes back into Ferrothorn. I U-turn. Iron Barb's damage. Oh yeah, I Super Fang Toxapex, but regenerated, so it didn't matter. I go into Jeff. It's not even named after that. I just go for Bug Buzz, which does a ton to the Manectric. And he goes for Volt Switch. As he brings in Toxapex, I just go for another Bug Buzz, 15%, which is nothing, because Toxapex is stupid. And I get up my Sticky Web, which really only affects Mega Manectric. He hits me with a Scald. I remember we had to recreate this, but I think we're gonna fix it right now. So that's why I make this weird double, because I told him to Scald on the wrong turn. But now, okay, now we're how we were supposed to be, and I missed a Draco. And I was like, you know what? Just play it from here. I don't care. Because that was like 8% that extra Scald did. But now we got a burn, which oh, the first time Draco Oka. I think that's what happened, but anyways, that sucks. I go eventually, he goes Crest, I get off a Bug Buzz, while he goes for Toxic. I go for another Bug Buzz. That Crystal is really low, he goes for Moonlight. Fuck Crystal, yeah. And we just go for Bug Buzz again. I don't remember what my sets are. So yeah. So now I go into Miss Magius. After Jeff does, and I get up a sub on his Ferrothorn, and I just go for Shadow Ball. And he goes for Knockoff. Break sub. I go into Scalchi. I don't take that Gyro Ball that great. Even though I'm really slow. I just drop a Draco and I kill Cresselia. Then we have his Thundurus comes in. He goes for U-turn. That's interesting. I just drop another Draco. I get Ferrothorn down to like half. 60% after the leftovers. Now I go into my Crobat and I go for Super Fang. I think I just wanted to wear this thing down at this point. He gets a Brock. I go for Taunt, which I should have done in the first place, and then he killed me with Gyro Ball. So that looked kind of stupid. I go into Mamoswine as he switches it into Manectric. He gets the Intimidate on me, and EQ still kills. And now he goes into Thundurus, and he goes for U-turn. I don't know if he didn't have something for me, but yeah. He goes into Ferrothorn on my Icicle Crash, and I just kill him with 2 of those. He goes into Thundurus. I just go for Ice Shard for damage. as he goes for Sludge Wave. And this Thundurus is Scarfed. At some point in the match, I figured it out. So I go into Mismagius, and I go for the Calm Mind, and then I kill him with the Shadow Ball. Then, as he goes into Toxapeck, whew, the spiciness, I go for my my never-ending Nightmare, and I kill that. And I love Mismagius. It's really fun to use. It's a really good Ghost type, in my opinion. It has pretty, like, above average stats in Special Attack, Special Defense, and Speed. About 105 each, which is fairly good, and its move pool. It's so good. I love Mismagius so much. So the next battle, this is week 2. This was against Sunny or Nash. He has a really annoying team. He has Suicune, Zapdos, Jirachi, Mega Altaria, Huron Black, and Terrakion. How the hell did he get all those monsters? Intergalac Whip, the Clefable leads here. Zapdos and Volt switches. This game was all about, I had to make a lot of offensive reads. I get up my rock, he goes for Calm Mind. I go for Taunt, so he can't go for any more. He just goes for the Scald. And I Super Fang the Suicune. Get him to half health, as he gets my Crobat pretty low. I go for Roost, as he just goes for another Scald, and he gets a crit, because fun. And now his Taunt ends, so I go for the U-turn, and go into Intergalactic Whip as he goes for another Calm Mind. I want to say I'm unaware. I go for Toxic. Yeah, I'm unaware. Because of, like, setup tweaking. So that burn is chipping me down. I use Moonlight. And Zapdos goes for Defog, while I go for Moonblast. I don't know why I went with Moonblast. I could have gone for Toxic. Maybe I go for Toxic this turn. No, I get a Brox again. Do I go for Toxic now? There we go. I knew at some point I had to get off a Toxic on this thing. He had a pretty bulky team with Suicune and Zapdos, but I did want to get a Toxic on both of those. So I go for Rocks on his switch as he goes into Jirachi, and I go into my Mega Blastoise. He misses Zen Headbutt, good, because that would have flinched me. I go for Scald, trying to get a burn. I don't remember if I was carrying Dark Volt or not. He goes into his Huron Black, as I go for Rapid Spin. And now I'm in a pickle, because it's Huron Black. So I sack my Crobat. Now I go into Pajamas. As he goes into the Altaria, as I go for a DD. But that Altaria still scares me, because if it was a fast Altaria, it would have outsped me. This Altaria has the Heal Bell. Oh. So, yeah. With those Toxics, like, I just go for Moonblast. He goes into Jirachi. Now I go with Mismagius on his U-turn. And he goes into the Huron Black, which is taking a lot of rocks damage. And I go for the Dazzling Gleam and kill it. So, one monster taken care of. He goes Terrakion, I'm like, I'm out. I go into Goatee. He misses Stone Edge, which is unfortunate for him. And I go for the Scald, who brings in the Suicune. And I switch into Metagross on his Calm Mind. He's scared, so he swaps out. Zapdos comes in, takes Rocks, as I go for Thunder Punch, which does 34%. He has Rocky Helmet. I am Life Orb Metagross. Heat Wave does not kill me. I thought he would Roost there, so I went for Earthquake, but he did not. So I go back into Clefable. This was a hard match. I just go for Rocks on his Roost, basically forcing him to defog, as I can get off this Toxic. he goes for Volt Switch into Jirachi as I get a Brock. As you can see, the same scenarios keep happening. This game is just a bunch of repetition. He goes for Iron Head, and then U-turn on my Mega Blastoise. As I go for... Please not Scald. I just go for Scald. I don't remember what my set was. I get the burn. But he's gonna be Rest. Because why the fuck wouldn't he? He brought probably the most annoying sets on his one. I just go for Scald. So he swapped out his Suicune as I swap out into Pajamas. And now I switch back into my Mega Blastoise to sack it. And now I can go Mismagius because I'm pretty sure he's Choice. So Mismagius comes here, throw the Shadow Ball, Suicune the Bulky Water, so it does nothing. I just keep going for Shadow Ball. I get the Special Defense drop, and he's still asleep. So now I kill it. He didn't want to bring anything else in. On the Shadow Ball, Terrakion comes in. That thing scarfed. So I go Clefable. And he goes for Rock Slide. So he has Stone Edge and Rock Slide. And Close Combat. But that's kind of strange having Rock Slide and Stone Edge. I go Pajamas. I made a double. I don't remember why I made a double there. I think I could have DD'd. I'm just spamming Shadow Ball here, trying to get Super F drop, but he keeps going for Roost. He's Roost, Heal Ball, Body Slam. Some other thing. I never get a Special Defense drop. Oh wait, that's a lie. I get it here, right before I die. No, wait, it's not this one. But right before I die, I get the Special Defense drop. Because he has no switch-ins for Shadow Ball. So if I get the Special Defense drop, he would have to sack. He'd have to let Mega Altaria go down or something else. My Metagross outspeed. Oh no, he swapped out and sacked the Terrakion as I go for Earthquake. Jirachi comes in. He goes for U-turn. Goes into the Mega Altaria. And he speed creep my Scrafty. I had some speed investment. It might have been max speed. And he speed creeped me by 1 point. So that was good prep by him. And Jirachi just takes out Metagross. So the last battle, let's switch sides. I have Mismagius, Crobat, Scrafty, Mega Blastoise, Metagross, Mamoswine. And he has Skarmory, Bronzong, Sableye, Starmie, Venusaur, Thundurus. My Scrafty knocks off the Skarmory turn 1, gets rid of the Rocky Helmet, and he whirlwinds me. My Mega Blastoise goes for Scald as he brings in the Venusaur. He eats that. I swap it to Crobat. Crobat threatens him because Flying type, as I just go for the U-turn on his Sableye. I go into Mismagius. I go for Shadow Ball. It does a ton of damage, and I get the Special Defense drop as he goes for Dark Pulse, which won't do much because it's a Sableye. I think now I just go for another Shadow Ball because he doesn't really have a Ghost Resist. And he sacks Skarmory. Mismagius is a really good Pokemon. Now he goes into the Venusaur. I go for Calm Mind. And he goes for Giga Drain. And now I go for the Psychium Z. And I one-shot the Mega Venusaur. Because Mismagius is amazing. And he goes Starmie. I bring in the Mega Blastoise. He's Life Orb. I live 2 Psyshocks. And I go for Dark Pulse and kill that. Now he goes into Thundurus, as I go Scrafty, and he gets a nasty plot here, which is very scary. He one-shots me with Focus Blast. He's Life Orb. I go into Metagross, as he one-shots me with Dark Pulse. I was having him take all this Life Orb damage so he could be in range of Mamoswine, but I should have swapped him in earlier just to scare him out, because my calcs showed that I could kill him from where I got him to, but that's because I wasn't a damage boosting item. If I was, it would have killed sooner, so I could have preserved one of my mons. His Bronzong gets the Brox. I have Flappy Bird in here. And I'm just roosting while he's Gyroballing. And I just go for Brave Bird, Sax, and Crobat. Trying to remember why. I think it was to get Miss Magnuson for free. Yeah. And I just go for the Shadow Ball, take him out. He goes into Thunderous. He goes for Dark Pulse. Now I go Mammoth Swine, and of course, he's gonna die to Ice Shard here because he was in range before. Now I go Sableye. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp, as I go for the Earthquake. And here's where I choked the game, because the calc said I should kill, but my mind just forgot about Recover for some reason. So I went for Earthquake when Ice Shard would have killed and just won me the game. So that was a hard choke there. But he did play really well. Nascalot Thunderous. He used that in one of his other games. So and that's a mon that he likes to use, I can tell. Yeah, I did misplay with the without bluffing that Mammo could have killed the Thunderous, and also obviously the last the Ice Shard play. I should have gone for Ice Shard as the Calc said it killed, but I don't know. I forgot about Recover. I don't know why. So yeah, that's the PBA. You get to see me use some of the mons of that team. Miss Maggie's is something that I've definitely used a couple times now, and it's a really fun mon. Mega Blastoise is I don't know. It does its job really well. I don't know. It's not a mon that I jump to, but I'm gonna be using it for a third time because I just drafted in another league. So you know, it's definitely not a bad mon, and I can use it. So it's interesting. Mamoswine is for me. Scrafty. I talked about how I wanted to get its full potential. I didn't get to, not because I played it bad, I don't think, just because I didn't get to use it that much. Crobat is just a good one. Metagross is okay. And what else? I had Clefable. I had some other. I don't remember everything right now. But yeah, that was the PBA. Yeah, that was it. That's all I have for this. I don't know. Alright, bye.